I know how to change. I know that it's difficult. It's not going to be easy. At some point, you're going to go back to being the person that you used to be because it's all you've ever known. And it's difficult to break that habit that you've established. I'm 38 years old. I think I decided to change, that I made the conscious decision to actually put in some effort and change my life was at 32 when I woke up in the hospital after a motorcycle accident from going out and partying. And so that's when I really decided to change. But I had been listening to the content for the longest. And it's one of those things where I guess it's the dichotomy of not scrolling. I know I say it sometimes too, is that we're not supposed to be scrolling, but it's okay to do it if you're actually learning and you're applying what you're learning. I know that it takes time for you to build up that confidence to actually apply it because, like I say, you don't know if it's going to work or not because it's something that you've never done. You have to step outside of your comfort zone. And that's what people find so intimidating sometimes. People don't like change for the most part. They get stuck in that comfort zone and they're happy there. They feel safe. They feel like they already know what to do in that situation. And once you step outside that bubble and you start venturing out into this new lifestyle, you don't know what you're going to experience. And for the most part, you're going to be on your own. Every now and then you might link up with your friends, but after a while, you're going to start to drift apart because you're going to start to realize that if you want to keep going forward, you have to keep stepping. You have to keep putting in those steps. You have to keep walking. And a lot of your friends are not going to want to go any further because they're comfortable where they're at. They're happy where they're at. And they're going to want you to come back to them. And if you want to change, then it's something that you're going to have to not do, as difficult as it may be, because there's going to be a time where you have that gap of where you don't have any friends. And I found myself for the longest there in that position, in that situation. And you just have to stick it out, tough it out, keep doing it, stay consistent. And after a while, the people that you want to talk to and the people that you want to link up with will eventually find you. They'll eventually start to gravitate towards you because when they first meet you, they might be a little bit skeptical at first because we all know how people are. We start off good, and then once we get comfortable, we start to coast and we start to slack and we start going back to the person that we really are behind closed doors when nobody's watching. It's easy to put up this front when people are watching, but when nobody's looking, it's completely different. And that's how we are when we get to know people too. We put on a little bit of a front, or a lot of people do. I'm going to say that I'm pretty good at not doing that. I'm not going to say that I'm 100% happy on the things that I do. Obviously, there's times that I want to eat. I was thinking about eating Burger King today because somebody mentioned Burger King, home with a Whopper. Now I'm craving a burger. And even though I am tempted, I'm not going to say that I don't want to eat Burger King. But at the same time, this is who I am. There's going to be times where I have those cravings, or we have those cravings, and we're just going to have to fight those cravings and push through them, especially if we want to see results at the gym. If we want to see some changes, we have to be willing to change. We have to be the ones to put in that effort to change, because it's not going to happen on its own. And if it does happen on its own, it's not going to be something that you may end up liking where you're at. So it's something that you want to be conscious. I know a lot of times we're not conscious about the decisions that we make. We kind of just like to go with the flow, enjoy the moment, vibe. There's nothing wrong with that. But you don't want to start going down that slope where you end up somewhere where you don't want to be at. You get caught up in this current and you're just going downstream and you don't even know where you're going, just kind of going with the flow, and you end up in the ocean somewhere in the middle of nowhere. But just be cautious about those decisions. I know that it's not easy to change, but it is possible for sure. That's something that I believe because, like I say, I did it, and I do believe that if people put in the effort and if they have that support, if they have that consistency, if they have that discipline, if they have that will, because they have to want it, they have to want to change. You have to. And I guess for me, I was just tired of it. I was tired of my life. I was tired of doing what I was doing, that I snapped one day and I was like, that's it, I'm done. And that me waking up in that hospital after that motorcycle accident was definitely a wake-up call, literally a wake-up call. Woke up in the hospital. Luckily, like I say, not scared to death. Woke up shocked. But luckily, I'm still here today to make these videos and hopefully continue to talk to y'all guys and get to know y'all. And y'all will get to know me too, because I don't plan on stopping this anytime soon. So there's plenty of time. We just got to learn how to be patient with, for the most part, everything that we do. But anyways, with that being said, I'll holler at y'all next time. Peace.